welcome back to my channel. So I actually just got back from holidays with my parents for Christmas. It was awesome. That's why I'm in my swimmers and I'm on the floor because I'm under the aircon. It's extremely hot in Queensland. But we are going to pack and then we're going to Noosa for New Year's with our friends. But I really wanted to film this video because this is actually something that I did a couple of weeks ago where I planned and set my goals for 2019 so I can start the year feeling completely clear, knowing exactly what I want and going for it. I'm a big believer in the law of attraction. Planning goals and setting goals is something that I think needs to happen. So let's get straight into it. So the process I go through is a 5-step process. I personally think you need to go through these one at a time and from start to finish, because your goals that you want at the end will become so much more clearer. I highly suggest getting a pen and paper and writing these all down because you'll get way more out of it. Step number 1, reflect on 2018. Think about your wins, the goals you've achieved, and maybe the goals you haven't achieved, and the lessons that you have learned. Now, through this whole process, I'm going to give you examples of my life. I'm going to be very vulnerable and honest with you guys. I personally hate sharing my goals. I don't know why. I just it makes me a bit uncomfortable, but I did read a statistic and it says, when you write down your goals, you are 42% more likely to reach them. And when you tell people, you are 78% more likely to reach them. So I'm thinking, if I tell you guys, I'm definitely gonna reach them. A little example of my reflection is I actually reached so many of my goals. 2018 was one of the best years of my life. I finished my law degree. I got admitted as a lawyer, which was like a 6-year goal. I got my first full-time employee, Mel, that you have seen on my vlog. She works with me full-time. I released my ebook, which I had been working on for so long. I was actually thinking though, I do remember halfway through the year, I said that one of my goals was to get 50,000 subscribers, which I did. But then I remember thinking that I wanted at the end of this year to have 100,000 subscribers. And I think I'm around 80,000, maybe just before that. And so that's a goal that I didn't reach. So after you think about maybe the goals that you didn't reach this year, I want you to reflect on why you didn't achieve them. For example, with my YouTube goal, to be honest, it just wasn't a big priority. I personally write down my goals, have an alarm, rewrite them down every single day, and I actually never even wrote that goal down. So I thought that goal in my head, I never wrote it down, I never told anyone. To be honest, it wasn't a priority. I didn't make it a priority, and that's why I kind of told myself halfway through the year that the ebook launch and getting that up and running was a big priority of mine. So that kind of took way, and I was really dedicated on my Instagram as well, upgrading that, and it flourished. So I'm kind of okay with that, and sort of a lesson that I've learned with that is when you don't make it a priority, when you don't put in the time and you don't, write things down and you're thinking about it every single day, they don't happen. And I think getting clear on why goals didn't happen is so important. Also, before we move on to the next step, I want you guys to sort of sit and bask in what you actually accomplished, because I'm the person that once I accomplish a goal, I'm like, next goal, what do I want to do next? And I'm looking over here, and sometimes we really need to sit and we need to appreciate what we actually accomplished, because usually they're really big. And I try and remember, for example, launching my ebook, getting married, getting admitted. Those were goals that I thought about for so long. I wanted them for so long. And then as soon as I got there, I was thinking about something else. So I try and think about, oh my gosh, I wanted this for so long and I got it. How amazing. I put in the hard work, I got it. And try and bask and appreciate that, because otherwise we are always looking forward. Make sure before you go on to the next step, you really appreciate what this year brought and what you accomplished. Okay, so the next step I want you to do is reflect on how you feel right now. Your normal everyday life. How do you feel when you wake up? Do you feel fulfilled? Think about what is currently lacking in your life. Think about what you want to improve on. What do you want more of and what do you want less of? So go through those questions really carefully and really think. I kind of went through them, and before the holidays, I was waking up a bit stressed. I had a lot on my plate, and I kind of realized that 2018, I had a lot going on. Like, so I planned a wedding, I got admitted, I started this new career journey of being a health coach, I got an employee, like all these crazy things. And to be honest, I felt like my head was all over the place and I was trying to do a million things. That's kind of reflecting on how I felt. We're talking more about feelings and kind of what you feel like now. Step number 3, I want you to envision what you want to feel like in 2019. And I also want you to reflect on what are going to be your top priorities in 2019. A little reflection and example on me. In 2019, like I said, I want to feel more focused and I want to feel more clear. I'm thinking I need to be more zeroed in on certain projects rather than having a million things going at once. And that ties into what I envision being my top priority. I had a lot of personal stuff go on in 2018. I think in 2019, my priority is going to be a lot more focused in my projects and work. So for you, this might be feeling, for example, you want to feel healthier in 2019. You want your health to be a priority. Maybe you worked extremely hard in 2018 and you had no work-life balance. So really have a think and envision how you want to feel in 2019. Okay, so we're on to step 4, and now we are creating our goals. I want you to really think about what lights you up, what ignites you, what makes you feel like passionate and driven, and make sure these goals are coming from there. Okay, so next, I've always used this and it's called like SMART goals. So I'll go through them. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So like I said, the goal has to be specific rather than just something really broad. Needs to be measurable, so there needs to be a time limit. There needs to be a time limit, so instead of saying, hey, I want to lose weight, it's I want to lose weight by January 30th. Or something like that. The goals need to be attainable. So obviously you need to dream big, and goals should feel a little bit unattainable. Like for example, if you just started uni, you can't be like, I want to be finished uni, but your course takes 4 years, if that makes sense. Like it needs to be attainable. And they also need to be timely. So they need to be relevant. So relevant, like I said, to what like ignites you, your values, and what you feel like is going to be like the most driving sort of factors. And then they need to be timely. So like I said, there needs to be a time frame to make it real and create urgency. Let's just quickly go through a SMART goal for me. One of my goals for 2019, and that is to create a podcast. I love listening to podcasts. Podcasts have like changed my life. And to be honest, even though I do YouTube and I do watch a bit of YouTube, I often don't have time to sit there and watch a screen. I prefer to listen to stuff as I'm walking the dogs, as I'm cleaning. I'm like that very I like to be doing all things at once. Podcasts are amazing. Plus, I don't know if you guys realize, but I love these like sit down videos where I'm just like telling you guys things. And I often get told they're like a bit boring and you don't really like them. You prefer vlogs, which I'm 100% going to keep doing. But I thought if I start a podcast, it would be great for stuff like this because I can just sit down, tell you guys, and that's just kind of the format that I prefer. So is this goal specific? Not at the moment. I'm going to make it more specific. Can you measure the outcome of the goal? Yes, because I either have live episodes on my podcast and I show you guys, or I don't. That's how it's measurable. Is it attainable? So I've already bought the headset gear. I've already got the programs. I'm still working out how to use it, but I think it's very attainable. Is it relevant? It is so relevant. Like I said at the start, it just feels like the right format for me. I'm obviously still going to do YouTube, but it just feels like it would really complement it more. And so set a time frame. So I feel very nervous about saying this because I'm literally going to have to keep to my word. Okay, so I will start a podcast and I'm going to start it by the end of January. I've said it. Oh my God. Okay. So that is my current goal with you guys. I do have a lot more, but I just wanted to share that one. Obviously, I don't want this video to go too long. So after you have done your SMART outline, the next thing I want you to do is break down how you're going to get to your goal. So there should be like a good couple of steps. I'll do a little example with my podcast. Obviously, the first step is to like buy the equipment, which I actually have done. And then the next step is to like get the program. I'm still sorting that out. Then the next step, I need to research how to actually start a podcast and how to get it going. Then a next step would be to, you know, start an Instagram for it, get that sorted out. Then another step would be to organize guests and organize the topics I'm going to talk about. And then the final step would to actually record it, get it all sorted, and pop it up. Make sure you're breaking your goals down into breakable little steps so you know what you're doing, you're envisioning it. Last step, number 5, now that you have your goals, now that you've gone through this process, honestly guys, this should take you like a couple of hours. You should be going through and doing this for personal, for business, for health. Like, go through everything in your life that you need addressing. And the final step is to write these goals down. Get your phone, set an alarm. I have an alarm that just says, like, write your goals and affirmations, because I also do affirmations. I want you to set that alarm for a time that you think that you'll be sitting down and you'll be able to write them. And I want you to write these goals every single day until you complete them. I honestly like guarantee if you do this, like, you will accomplish this, guys. You can do it. If it's attainable, you've measured it out, you're being specific, and you write this down every single day. I believe so much in the law of attraction, and you're gonna manifest and attract these goals. Obviously, you've got to put in the hard work. If you're writing this goal down every single day, like, you're gonna put in the hard work. Like, trust me. I hope you have some big, amazing goals, and I hope 2019 is just like you're goal digging, you're ticking them off, you're getting shit sorted. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. It really supports my channel and it lets me know that you like videos like this. Something that I do when I do my goals and at the start of the year, you guys would see in my other videos, I have a board when I'm sitting at my desk and it's called a vision board. I actually am going to make my new vision board for 2019 soon. So if you want me to go through the process and let you know how I do that, let me know in the comments, and that's definitely something I can do. I hope you guys have an awesome New Year's, and I'm so excited for 2019.